Life happens. Attitudes can change. Difficulties can be overcome. Rise with us. Bounce back with belief. Children are capable in their own unique ways. Instead of labeling them, what if we met them where they are and built on their strengths?
Hey, hey, look, is that Prashant?
The way the teachers and parents in their lives respond to children who face learning difficulties determines the outcome. With acceptance and a positive attitude, they learn. With training that taps into the brain's neuroplasticity, its ability to adapt and build new neural pathways, cognitive functions can be enhanced. The result? Children with learning difficulties become lifelong learners. Adhyan supported an initiative to make school education responsive to children across learning abilities and styles. A resource group on inclusive education, the Teachers Collective, was invited to train teachers at Sadhu Vaswani International School, Bengaluru. The goal? To ensure that no child gets left behind in a general classroom and that children with learning difficulties find support early on.
So we don't believe in children coming to the resource room until unless it's like really required, and we believe in that tier approach, that if 85% of the needs of the children are met in classroom, then only 15% of the children need specialized support, and those who can't can come to the resource room. So our model works in such a way that if we equip teachers to work with all children, then children don't need to be pulled out of the classrooms, and that's the spaces we want to create. So our inclusion at project at SVI is for the next 3 years, build in developing these ecosystem that after 3 years the school is strong enough to take it up themselves, and we are kind of redundant, and we move on to another space to make a difference to another community. So we thank Adhyan for giving us this opportunity and bring this project live in spirit and make it more meaningful for the community.
Millions of children in India grow up with developmental challenges. There are, however, very few pediatricians who specialize in identifying developmental delays and providing appropriate support. Adhyan is helping change this in partnership with Latika, an NGO based in Dehradun. The Adhyan AIMS Fellowship has been created to grow the tribe of developmental pediatricians in the country so that children who need it can have access to early intervention.
When we first proposed the idea of establishing a fellowship in developmental pediatrics to Adhyan, we expected to go through the usual long process of convincing them that this was important. But we were amazed by how quickly they agreed to do it. And what we've learned is that Adhyan's vision is the same as ours. Their vision for equity and inclusion is so clear. And one of the things that's missing in the landscape for children in India are enough competent pediatricians who know how to diagnose a child with a developmental delay. You need developmental pediatricians for that, and there just aren't enough of them. And the only way to create them is to train them. And that's what this fellowship is about. So it was not a hard sell with Adhyan. They got it immediately. It fit with what they wanted to do, and they have made our lives so much easier as a result. This 1-year experience of partnership with Adhyan has been a real joy. And we don't get donors like this all the time. They are so in sync with what we are trying to do. They have the faith and the commitment and the capacity to make it happen. So we're very proud to be part of the Adhyan family.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ikra Khan, and I was working for the past 1 year as fellow in neurodevelopmental and behavioral pediatrics at Latika. So, as we know that pool of developmental pediatricians in India is very small, very scarce. Many of us are not very accustomed to this different term called developmental pediatrics, and many of our parents are not very aware of it. So, Adhyan, in collaboration with Latika, started this very unique, very novel fellowship where I personally was very fortunate to be learning different approach, that is the family-centered approach, where I was able to provide not only the medical treatments, but I was also a part of the educational model where I was working with special educators, psychologists, speech language pathologists, and physiotherapists.
At Adhyan, we believe that education that caters to neurodiversity tells children with learning difficulties that they matter and that they have potential. It makes them believe in themselves and gives their families confidence. It also provides the support they need to overcome their difficulties and succeed. That is, after all, the goal of education.